So maybe I'll put something in there. Oh! I like that. I like this level. Every time I do stuff in this level, I like it. Can I... It's another cheerleader. What's this say? No, come back here. I want that. I want that. I want that pad. I need more parts for my creation. This is identified no space. There's no more space in my office. I'll have to hide them. But where? The medical drawers next to the sink. Exclamation mark. Is this next to the sink? I guess they're medical drawers. This isn't the sink, is it? Isn't this the sink? Oh, there's loads of stuff in here. What medical drawers? More stuff? Oh, there's more stuff in there. We'll come back to that. I don't know. Yeah, someone's been doing mad stuff. It doesn't feel like quite totally official, does it really, if you haven't to hide things? Where's my other box? Are you done the box? I was about to say there that the level's fairly straightforward, but we've certainly found little interesting bits and pieces. I did not expect to find people in a drawer. So you're quite in the way, aren't you? Are you a whole bit? You are a whole bit. That's nice. Whole pieces are nice to have, even if you're just staring at their bums. Here we go. That is not quite feeding in either. Oh God! Keep your arms and legs inside the ride, please. There we go. We'll deal with that later. Heavens! I'm slightly going off the conveyor belt now, to tell you the truth. Not a lot, just a little bit. There's so much stuff. Right. Can I get that light over here? Give me a light, nurse, please. Stat. Yeah, because that gap is too small. I can't really be jumping over like that every time. So I'm going to have to clear a path through here. And we'll deal with Mr. Skinned Body, or Mrs. Skinned Body, in a minute. Careful. Yes, there's more depth to this level than I expected. Got a nice niff. Get a niff in there. This was Lena Goodman. There you go. So it was a lady. Well, that was. Who the skin one on the table is, I don't know. Where's the skin as well? What have you done with the skin? Maybe it's in one of those medical drawers over there. That'd be unpleasant. Don't want to handle a skin. It'd be like trying to carry a wetsuit, probably. Who's this? Bless the dead. Test top number 142. Brought in the facility under the church. Was a stroke of genius. We now get a steady stream of new subjects from the funerals held. Bless the dead. Dead Space Corps. Alien Control Squad. Okay, that's I don't know. I don't know whether to question that or not, really. It's a bit strange. And why are the dead apparently apparently cheerleaders? Because it's like a horror town, you know. In a horror film, what sort of people are you killing? You're killing jocks, and you're killing cheerleaders. You know, it makes perfect sense. Something like Jeepers Creepers. You know, nice school bus full of kids. That's who you're terrorising. Sometimes I wonder why they do that in horror films. Is it because a lot of the people watching are often teenagers? You know, therefore you're appealing to them. You're appealing to the fact that they're the same sort of people as being scared in the film. You know, because I hate to tell you this if you're a teenager, but no one really cares about teenagers. Okay, they're not. I'm really sorry, but it's true. They're not on the priority list of most important people in the universe. Only to other teenagers, which is probably why their adults don't pay much attention to them, because they're too self-centered. Don't do that. Oh, so it's that, or maybe it's a little bit like the whole Roald Dahl plan. Of course, in Roald Dahl books, it's not uncommon. You know, it's cleared itself off quite nicely. Eventually, the jams have cleared themselves. There we go. Are you going? You're sort of going. Okay, fair enough. In a Roald Dahl book or similar stories like that, it's very common to have no parents. I think I've talked about this before, haven't I? Really, you take away the parents because the parents are the ones who are the one who protects the children. You know, they stop bad things happening to children if they're doing the job right. There's a dirty hand mark on the wall there while you're putting your sets of human skin or whatever inside the drawers. Yeah, so they're the ones that look after children. But of course, in a story like a Roald Dahl story, we want bad things. We don't want bad things to happen to the children, but bad things are going to happen because that's what it's about. So how do you stop the questions like why is Mummy and Daddy not keeping this person safe? Because they're dead. You know, Roald Dahl has to kill off the parents, so that no one's there apart from the evil uncle or whatever else to threaten the children. And I think it's the same sort of thing in horror films. You want to have people that are vulnerable. You want to have people that they're not fully grown, that they haven't got disposable income like a grown-up has. They're not as strong as a grown-up. You want a young person, and that's why it's always young people in horror films. Don't know, just idle thoughts as usual. I think most of my videos contain idle thoughts. Is there anything inside here? Oh, that's unexpected. Hello? Is there anything down here? Is this Bob's brother done this? Oh my heavens! That was not expected. You are storing spare stuff down here, including doing more cheerleaders. And does it say something here? Did it say something? No, it's a splatter on the walls, isn't it? Really, and a body there as well. Not actually sure. Not actually sure who's done this. There's a janitor. Oh dear. I'm not sure who's actually done this. We haven't actually had a name for the medical monster that's doing this. Presumably they have been splattered. You know, my bet is that if anyone was going to end up skinned because they've been doing horrible things to people to create a super soldier, if you were going to be a super soldier, I think what you would do is skinning someone would be the one you're after. Is there even a tag for this one? I don't think so. There's no body tag. Come on, you Squelchy. I haven't found your wetsuit skin yet. We'll have to deal with that later. You grubby what's it? Yeah, I think skinning someone who's been doing horrible experimentations on you into a super soldier would be about right. About par for the course. How are we doing here? We're making progress anyway. I'm trying to make a clear space to the stairs. I'm not just doing random things, no matter how random it might look. It's a bit of a weird angle there, you know? It reminds me of mirror effects in some of the old games when they first did mirrors. Like in... I'm trying to think of a... Oh, what is the name of the game? Oh, my brain will fail me, won't it? Of course it will. Something blood. Can't think of it. One of the first times I actually saw... By the way, 1 second. Failures. Our serum for the ultimate super soldier isn't going well. All subjects so far reject the muscle boosters. They also have a very short expiry date. That's the gruesome way of describing it. Yeah, something blood. What am I trying to think of? It was one of the first games where I remember they had a mirror in there. You could actually see your character, and it was quite. You could see it was supposed to be you, and it moved when you did, but it was very pixely, and that's what that mirror there is reminding me of. There we go. On you go, fella. I guess we should clear it. I could just leave these drawers. We'll leave the drawers. That's not what I was trying to do, was it? I was trying to clear a space. Stairs. I'm going to sneeze. Oh, very dusty in these science labs, you know. Not good for me. I think it's the cleaning chemicals. They get into me finally. I'm finally suffering from my career, my chosen career of being the best cleaner in the entire multiverse. Okay, so we need to clear up my footprints. That'll do for that. As long as we clear this on the stairs, we don't need to clear up. We'll clear up the organs. Oh, the dry rubbish is fine. We can leave that. I need to clear the limbs that are lying here. Someone's legs that have been torn off. I would say that probably this person was standing here. CSI time. Then this way, and were then punched so hard. I reckon if they had a gun, I can't see a gun, if they had a gun, they were shooting the super soldier down here, And Supercharger, of course, has got green blood. Because. And got a few hits on them, but of course, this sort of person just shrugs up bullets. They're not worried about that sort of thing. And the Super Soldier calmly walked up the stairs and then punched this person so hard. And there's a gun here, look. Very good, well done, Mod Maker. Punched the person so hard, it severed their legs at the knee and sent them flying backwards into the wall. There we go. CSI horrifying lab experiment. Whatever title we're going to give this. There we go. But again, we don't need to clean the wall even. We're going to make a clear space through here. No, you're not helping. Did you? Come here, bum. It's a bum. Almost as bad as the legs. It's the top half of the legs. There we go. What I want to do is mop this here so I'm not walking through all the time. I think this bucket's funny down, that's the trouble. Here it is. Damn it, where's the bucket? The bucket thing's... Oh, it's only up here though, isn't it? It's not very far away. Okay. And we'll go from this side as well. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Why is there a knife there? Well, it's a scalpel, I guess. In you go. You are too big to fit in there right now. Lyle Cummings. There we go. Temporary fix for now, just so I can get up and down the stairs without making a damn big mess everywhere. This is still here. We don't have to worry about this yet because we are... Oh dear, sorry. We are only cleaning to get the clear space for our operations. Oh dear, this person seems to have, they've been chopped in half, or is that, oh, it's just the legs. Oh, there's his top half, I forgot about that. Yeah, I just started doing a bit more recording after a pause. And, who is this? Charlie Wells. Now in component A and component B here. Completely chopped in half, there we go. Get you in there, Charlie. Yeah, I just started again after... What are you doing? I is janitor. Straighten up a little bit. You're cleaning a toilet. Well, there we go. Yeah, I just started recording again after a break. And I've got a bucket there for the PIDs. But also it gave me an error about something rust tool, which I'm presuming might be something to do with workshop tools for making these things. The rust tool not working or something, so I'm a bit worried about that. Oh, hold on. You know what? These jerks have decided not to use the bin. In fact, what it looks like is that someone's deliberately knocked the bin over. Maybe the super mutant soldier has got an aversion to bins. But we're going to use the bin to clear up all this mess. Maybe that's why he's so angry. Maybe the super soldier's so angry because these lazy jerks, despite having a perfectly good bin laying there, have just decided to chuck their junk all over the floor. You know, put it next to the bin. That kind of trick. There's a bin, but you know, this is close enough. You know, the bin's not even full. It's not even that the bin is full, and you know when you try to stuff a bit more in there, and it's not quite going to go. But you stuff it in anyway, and part of it falls out on the floor, and you go, heh, and you walk away. That kind of thing. Maybe most of the damage around here has actually been done with this bin lid. The enraged super soldier has gone around with these lazy executives, slicing you in two with a bin lid. Particularly, painful way to go. Well, okay, that's Charlie's decided not. Well, the upper half of Charlie has decided not to cooperate properly. Usually, it's the legs that's the issue, but apparently, right now, it's the upper half that is causing the problems. But we're getting there slowly. Progress is still being made. Ignore the mess on the walls. What was that data pad? That's trouble. See, I've forgotten now. I've forgotten what I've done and what I've read. I knocked that bucket over. I remember that. And there we go. Oh, you lot are just not cooperating, are you really? Come on, get down the conveyor belt. It just doesn't want to go, does it? Maybe if I open it and close it again. Is that actually... That might be a really bad idea. I expect if I open and close it, it might, because the conveyor belt sort of clips over, it might do terrible things to the bodies. No, it worked pretty well. Charlie, you're just a troublemaker. I'm kind of glad you got sliced in half. It's a bit harsh, but I'm just saying. Unless it's... No, the conveyor belt is operating rather strangely. Don't know. We'll deal with it later. I'm sure I need one of these. Not more of those. No, we don't need more of those. I need some of these. Because that stuff we can just easily put on the conveyor belt in a minute. But there's so much rubbish, just general rubbish lying around. Crisp packets and this stuff, this sort of stuff. There's so much of this lying around that, you know, we need a lot of bins. But that's alright. That is fine. This is a good warm-up level anyway, I think, for getting into some more Viscera. I'm sure I can do some more soon. It's, I didn't want to start with a really big level because of I've got a lot of things cooking, a lot of things on the go at the moment, and it's nice to have an easy. It's nice, an easy start. An easy start of things. I mean, look at this. It just putting out ideas, screwing them up, and then throwing them on the floor. I mean, is that really necessary? I mean, we all have rubbish in our offices, but not that bad. Stress, maybe. Look, hang in there. He's got to hang in there, pal. No way, get back to work. Poster. So maybe they're very stressed. Let's be generous and say that they're just really stressed, and that's why they're just, you know. I don't care about my place being tidy. I'm so angry and so upset that, you know, cleaning up like that is just secondary to my interests. That's not a good idea. Oh, careful. Because having a clean workplace is also it's fundamental to being a happy bunny. He says, surrounded by rubbish from work. Piled up letters that I haven't filed yet. And all the rest. Oh dear, right against the wall. Splat. I haven't used much of the lift so far, have I really? I guess I should. I'm not really sure how to use it yet. It's probably a little helpful to some degree. Because, oh, it's his briefcase. Charlie's briefcase. It's probably helpful to some degree. I guess if it was a bit bigger, I might be sticking things more in it. No, I know what I did. I put some stuff in there the other day, didn't I? I put some in my last session. Let's So I put barrels in, didn't I? Because this is barrel storage, I think. Is that right? I think so. We'll get the barrels out. They didn't get squashed, as I was worried about. So we could put the boxes back down there again, but I think we'll test it out for other rubbish. We'll fill up this box here, and we'll see how it behaves in the lift. I mean, sometimes these things are a bit glitchy in the lift. They bounce around a lot as they're being carried down. But we'll give it a fair try, and then probably I'll use it for the boxes. But then again, you won't be able to fit many crates in there, really, will you? You wouldn't get many crates in there at all. It's a bit tight. I don't know. There were no flares in the dispenser, were there either? I don't think so. I can't even do the trick with burning the rubbish. A bit more in here. What's down here? Anything else much more down here? No. My box is not full of trash for a change, which is nice. A nice change. There we go. I guess bugs is something we might have to watch out for when it comes to not the main game, but workshop. Because if Runestorm are making a lot of changes, what is that? Runestorm are making a lot of changes to the engine. It's still gone. That can then cause problems with modded levels, ones made in the workshop. But there we go. So good to get this finished as soon as possible, really. Don't make any more. I tell you what I saw the other day, watching Jampy's stream on B. He has been streaming Skyrim. Can I get anything else in there? Special Edition Skyrim with loads of mods, but good mods, and putting sort of restrictions on himself that I had done in the past as well. You know, arbitrary restrictions about, I'm just not going to do this, or I'm going to make sure I do that. That kind of thing. And he was looking up a mod for Breeze Home last night, so just make it better than it currently is. And while searching for it, he spotted that the SKSE for Skyrim Special Edition will be available, should be available in March, which is a nice bonus. In case you're not aware, that's one of the best systems for, you know, things like the Sky UI access to let you easily put in mods into Skyrim. Now, I've used that many times in my Skyrim Let's Plays, but it wasn't available for Special Edition yet. They've had to do a lot of changes. It looks like that will be available very, very soon, which is very exciting indeed. It means, I mean, I do like Special Edition. It has some... No, it doesn't have some problems. I was about to say some problems. It just suffers from the same problem that it needs to be modded. Okay, and the mods available are too limited. It's been very excited when they'll be available. Maybe I'll do some more Skyrim. I don't know. I have to think about that. Maybe I should do other things as well. But the prospect of that being available, even if only my own play, is very exciting. Maybe this conveyor belt's just not working properly anymore. Should I? Maybe because I left it on when I did the save. Let's see if we can put it on here and see if that makes any difference. I was trying to avoid this one because of how close it was to... Yeah, maybe we should clean this up in a bit. I think leaving it open while I saved was the problem.